Solvete discipuli and solvete omnes. Welcome again to another episode of Latin in Layman's. I just realized I was in my hand. We're going to be doing another word, another ad word, just like we did with addiction, but in this case we have advertise, because here I am advertising my services to you, where you can find me doing this on a longer format, Latin in Layman's Rhetoric Revolution, podcast, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Casts, wherever you get your podcasts, you can find me doing this. I'm going to start doing a Latin grammar series where we're just going to be going from the nitty gritty first declension, first conjugation, onward and upward all the way to, well, probably indirect statement. I've got so much material written, and I like being productive with my time when I can. And I love my podcast because it's something that I love to do, but I also feel like I have some productivity while doing it as well. Very type A. Anyways, enough about me. Let's get into advertise, because what does ad mean? Again, remember, it's that dynamic preposition meaning to or towards, that motion towards, associated with the accusative case versus those static prepositions associated with the ablative case. But we have verto. Verto in the Latin means to turn. Verto, if it was verto, with an O ending, it would be the first person active indicative form, meaning I turn. But in this case, if it's vertere, aka the infinitive form, it means to turn. So vert here is just basically referring to that infinitive form, and then that eyes is basically pertaining to, it can really be a bunch of different things, because again, this suffixification that I like to call it, it's English. This is what Englishifies the word, because look at that, Latin, Englishification, English. Remember how I say that Latin and Greek, or I'm sorry, English is just a trench coat of a language. Put some Latin in here, put some Greek in here. Wish I had my sport coat for that. Germanic, Romanian. I like that. I'll put that in here as well. English is just a modge podge, y'all. So then again, looking at this pertaining to what? What's going to get you turning towards? And that's what an advertisement does. It's basically getting you to turn towards whatever it's trying to sell you, right? That's what an advertisement means. That's where it comes from. It's just trying to get your attention to focus on whatever it is advertising to get you to buy it. And then we have all the subliminal messaging, aka, if I were to go ahead and do this real quickly, sub means under, and then liminal refers to limen in Latin, liminal, which means threshold. So subliminal literally means under, and then the threshold, aka whatever is not seen. Sorry, cat scratch. I didn't really expect myself to do that, but you get that subliminal messaging, like the one that we always know is like the FedEx one, right? With the arrow between the E and the X. I ended up doing a lot more than I thought I would. Hope you learned something new. Advertisement. To get you to turn towards whatever it's trying to sell you is what it means etymologically. Tempus est, get it right.